Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Today we're gonna do the third framework of this series. And today is a topic that I really care a lot about, and probably one of the most important one, because this is what unified all of us and what's gonna help you, all of you, in your career and I think in your life, is connection over transaction and the power of relationship and how to be remembered. Okay, so in this framework, you're gonna learn that guests do not pay for food, but they actually pay for how you made them feel. And this is the subtle art that makes something very different and where you will take another direction compared to most transactional restaurants out there. Because the world in reality doesn't need any more restaurants, but it needs more meaningful connections. Okay, so most people think that the value is created through product, right? You come to the restaurant, you want food, I give you food, that's it. Brand will represent a big name, or because the restaurant has a nice design, you pay for a service. But you don't, it's only a part of the truth, because the connections, the emotions, and how people will remember and how they make them feel will make the entire difference over the long term. So again, in life and in business, people remember more often, again, how you made them feel and how you've been touching their hearts. And now I will ask you something. I came up with this thing several years ago that a fortunate human has the chance to eat 3 times a day: breakfast, lunch, and dinner, right? At the end of the year, it gives you 1,095 meals. The question is, how many of those do you actually remember? Usually, keep it in your mind, but I will say that about 5. Maybe your birthday, your anniversary, a crazy party that you don't even remember about, maybe a nice dinner at the restaurant. Personally, for me as a leader, these are the kind of experiences that I'm chasing, to have the best and to offer the best experience that they will have out of the entire year. And in order to make it happen, it will be very much based on the emotions, because the guests, they won't remember in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months what they ate, what was the ingredients, all those kind of details, what was in their cocktail, what kind of wine did they drink. All this at some point will be completely pointless, right? But the way they're gonna remember is going to be how they were being seen, valued, recognized, remembered, felt welcome, respected, and felt unique inside this dining room. The warm greeting at the door, this beautiful little service that we're offering. And again, I want to refer to table 5 that we had this week with Tyler. This lady was so touched, and she came a year ago. We looked after her so well, and that's the only thing that she remembered. Our menu has changed probably 15, maybe more than 15 times since then. But she remembered the humans that looked after her a year ago. And again, I don't know if you guys saw the review that I printed on the pre-shift over here. That's her review that came. That's the only thing she remembered. The service, the food, the attention, the love, and how she felt recognized after a year ago. We made her feel like a queen with her husband. So that's really the point, because emotions are actually remembered more than informations. You imagine how much informations we receive in a day, how many hours we spend time scrolling, looking at ads and products and things that are going through our mind all day long. We cannot retain this as humans, this amount of informations. So again, emotions, this is how you will be able to touch people's hearts. So again, as individuals, as future business owners, or whatever ventures that you're looking for in your life, this is what is going to make you different from everybody else. Because again, this is not spoken enough, okay? So again, that's why too many people stay average, because they just complete tasks. We're not here just to fill up checklists, guys. But again, we're here to learn how to create feelings for other people. Selflessness, to have this joy and this pride, to have people feel so loved and touched. And for me, this is really the love language of act of service. Thriving when you see other people having a blast, right? You can be efficient but forgettable. You can be polite, but you can be cold. You can be correct, but not even memorable. So on itself, you can do everything right. You're polite, professional, you do your thing, thank you very much, but that's it. It will be flat. So again, bring that rainbow of colors into your kind of services. Because at the end of the day, it's all about perception, right? You can be the best one at you do, the best bartender in the world. But if other people cannot see it, cannot feel it, and you cannot share that passion, all the skills and all the hard work that you've made to arrive to where you are right now will be absolutely pointless. All right? I want to come back quickly to a quick story that I had when I started in 3 Michelin star when I was 17 years old, right? In fact, we were taught and trained to learn every single nationality. We had to learn about Italians, Chinese, Japanese, Americans, Russians, and we had an entire codex of what it's like to be their culture. How do they like? How do they eat? How do they communicate? Because every single nationality that we were serving, we were adapting to them. We know that Japanese is going to be much more shy. We know that Russians are going to be less talkative. We know that Italians are the opposite, are going to be much warmer and talkative and communicative. We know that Spanish are going to be more joyful and loud, right? So we learn how to adapt like chameleons based on who we had in front of us. And again, we can adapt through nationalities. We can adapt through types of parties, age, you name it, right? A couple, a group of boys, some old people, some young ones, a date night, people with a kid and with a stroller, you name it, right? Every kind of people will need a different version of you. That's why we're like a disco ball, right? We show what people want to see from us based on what their expectations are. And this is where the superpower comes from. The second story that I have about this experience in my life is that my restaurant director back in the days when I was still an apprentice sent us to another 3 Michelin star restaurant for lunch, right? I was 17 years old and ate my first 3 Michelin star dinner. I was shocked. And from that point on, when I saw how it felt me as a little apprentice of 17 years old, the way I was taken care of, president, changed my perspective forever on the next day when I came back to serve, because I finally understood what it feels like to be treated like royalty. Okay? So again, money doesn't remove the love, the need to be loved, the need to be seen, the need to be recognized. And everybody has this craving inside of us. You can see it also into your private life. You want to be seen, valued, and recognized from the people that you love, the people that you cared for. So again, some get it naturally. They are curious, genuine, they are givers, while others gonna be more robotic and transactional and just careless, like another day, another guest, another table. I don't know them. I'm paid just to do what I have to do, and that's gonna be pretty much it, right? So I know I have a few minutes left. So in the world of AI, a world of social media where everything is becoming more impersonal, recognition and guest experience is becoming more important than ever, because that's also why we're going to be one of the latest industry to be replaced by AI, because AI cannot copy our emotions, our ability to feel things. That's why medicine, for example, right? All those jobs are already gone. In less than 3 years that AI exists, that was the hardest job to get in the world. Mathematicians, physicians, robotics, science, all those jobs are gone. And we are protected because of our heart. And that's also the beauty of this. Same thing with social media. We spend our life looking at other people's life, right? Instead of making fewer interactions more memorable. So remember somebody's name, what they like, what they prefer, what table they like to be sat. Create habits, because of course as humans, we are a creator of habits, right? We love to hit those little sweet spots, having your favorite table, your favorite dish, your favorite drink, your favorite server. All those kind of things means a lot. And when you hook your guest once, 2, 3 times with the same habit, and you comfort them into this little bubble and this sense of, how do you say it, comfort, you will have them probably forever. So it's not about charm, but about sincerity. Okay, now I want to finish about the fact that human skills are more important than technical skills. Who you know is becoming more important than what you know. And genuine mistakes overall will always be more thoughtful than a generic transaction. Because even if we fucked up tonight, a random thing, and we apologize sincerely, we do our best to recover it, it will have so much more impact than a regular dinner where just nothing memorable happens. Okay?